Hey everybody, welcome to another Monday night live stream. Right off the bat, Review Fox is making Karnov references in the chat, so thanks for that. The waiting room music, as you call it, is a song called Crazy by a guy named Patrick Patroklos, I think is his name. And he makes royalty-free stuff. So I've actually heard this song in a commercial or two before, because I mean anybody, you can just go download his stuff and use it. He puts it all in the public domain. Hey Felipe, how you doing? Good to see you here. So tonight we're going to start off by playing a little Fight Fever, which is the game you see behind me here. If you don't know about Fight Fever, it was essentially the first Korean Neo Geo game. It was produced by a Korean company named Vicom. I know very little about them other than they released this game and then they released the Eye of Typhoon on like the Jaguar or something like that. I don't know what channel they introduced that on. But this game is awful. It is bad. It's not bad like Survival Arts bad, because like Survival Arts is fun and it works relatively well. Like you can do a quarter circle forward punch and the special move will come out every time. You can do a command, the move will come out every time. You can press a command normal and it will come out every time. Perfect Soldiers, same way. You can expect your special move to come out. This game you cannot. This game is a mess. Some characters you can actually hold a punch button and then do the move command and the move will come out because of how badly it's programmed. Sometimes your move will work 20 times in a row. Sometimes it won't work. It's a mess. The AI is also fairly bad. We're going to play on level 4, which I believe is the default for Neo Geo games. Some of you Neo Geo experts can clarify that. This game's extremely tough. So some AIs, like maybe Mortal Kombat, Tekken 2 Arcade, just kind of react perfectly to the player, right? So Tekken 2 blocks everything. Mortal Kombat always has a perfect counter to whatever you're doing. This game, the AI just tends to bum rush you. And you'll see what I mean once we start playing. Some enemy characters will just bum rush you. We just mile-a-minute attacks. And you'll die instantly. In particular, the last boss, Karate Kenji, he can just decide that, hey, I'm going to just go, full, I don't know what you'd call it, on you. And you just die, and there's nothing you can do. Because I'm pretty sure, I haven't played this game 2-player to know, but I'm pretty sure the computer can do things you can't frame-wise. Like I've seen the last boss do a throw into another throw, like throw you and then walk up to you and throw you while you're trying to recover from it. Anyway, it's a mess. I am going to pull up a move list for the game. We're going to be playing as Kim Hoon, and he's essentially the Ken of this game. Han Beidal that Review Fox was talking about, that's the protagonist. He's like Ken or Ryu, but it's weird. They don't have the typical moves like you would expect them to. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's go ahead and get started here. And I may have to adjust the volume to make sure this game doesn't deafen me. Let's see. Hey, no problem. Patrick Patroklos, he has a lot of good stuff, so check out his other stuff. He's got a song called Hot Coffee that's pretty chill. And yes, that's right, Review Fox. You cannot change characters once you get to Karate Kenji for storyline reasons. But it's kind of funny. On the first stage, you can switch characters. And you can actually switch which opponent you fight first. So anyway. So that's Han Beidal, and then that guy is Roppenheimer. He is a German fighter. He's actually one of the easier ones to beat. The frame data is all messed up in this game. That's why I think it cheats. Because like there are things that you should very obviously be able to punish that you just can't. And a lot of the computer's moves will leave them out of range so that you can't punish them. So it's either the computer's cheating or the game has incredibly bad design, either one. And this is one of the worst characters to start with, so I'm an idiot for picking Miyuki. But let's see if I can figure this out. Like I said, you can do quarter circle forwards all day. Won't work. If I remember correctly, I took some notes earlier. The way to beat Miyuki was just to spam... look at that. It hits me at the bottom of my sprite. I mean, there's just nothing you can do when they just decide to go full barrage. Computer gets priority in the air. Moves take forever to finish. I mean, it's just a mess. So this isn't going to be very fun, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to fight our way through it. If Miyuki is your waifu, you're banned from the chat. Like forever. Alright, so take for example this move. A lot of the times in this game, when the computer does a move like that, or like that, and whiffs, your first inclination as a sensible fighting game fan would be, okay, she's whiffed this long attack, I need to step back, nice cross up, and throw a fireball or something to punish. But because the game is so poorly programmed, it will only let you stand there and block. You can't walk backwards or go and jump over. So you're just forced to stand there and like you're not able to punish enemy mistakes. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Also, the damage on the special moves is all over the place. Like sometimes you'll hit a special move and it does almost no damage. And then sometimes you'll hit someone with a special and it'll like wipe out their health bar. I think it's supposed to be some kind of like counter hit system. Like if you hit a person in the middle of their move, you do extra damage or something. I don't know. It's very inconsistent. Seems like I read Miyuki is top tier if you're dumb enough to play this game competitively. See, like I'm trying to do his kite spin kick because it's really good, but you never know what you're gonna get. The computer is also an expert at getting trades, so if they're gonna get hit, they'll hit you back just so they get a little trade damage off of it. My move didn't come out, just didn't work. There we go. I think that where they went wrong was like a game like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat does this as well. If a move is like quarter circle low punch and the player gets like down forward, forward low punch, it still gives it to them because that makes it just easier so you don't have to have perfect inputs. I don't think this game has that. I think that's part of the problem. I could do nothing during that whole sequence, by the way. That's the most annoying attack in the game, in my opinion. And then she can jump in and cancel it and throw you. So, completely fair. Yeah, good luck doing a super in this game versus the computer. Because the computer reads inputs. And so, like, for example, if I try to do a fireball and I whiff it or mess up the input, she'll do one back because she can tell what I'm trying to do. It's totally borked. So if you're sitting there trying to do a super, the computer's just going to destroy you because it knows what you're trying to do. Yeah, did you see that? Can't punish it, you just fall into it. Also, some attacks hit low and they have to be blocked low. But you can't duck once the attack comes out because you're locked only to blocking. Because game design. Kim Hoon's super, by the way, is like forward, back, and then you half circle forward, B plus C. So, probably nearly impossible to do in this game. And see, like this round, getting it every time. Oh, I actually got a stun because there are stuns in this game. Most of the time your heavy kick is like a 2-hit combination, which seems cool, but it's so easy to whiff that you just get punished mercilessly for it, so it's not worth it. The throws, man, it's worse than Tekken 2 with the throws. And of course she has a command throw that reaches across the screen. You can get some mileage by like delaying hop kick attacks in this. It's very strange. It's definitely one of those games where the computer changes to a harder style if you beat them in the first round. That becomes very apparent on the final boss. He gets a lot harder when you beat him the first round. And the same for the sub-boss, Master TAEKWON. Rejected Winx Club character. They also went the Jackie Chan Fist of Fury route, in which where you beat the opponent and it's like they get right back up and it's like, oh, I'm not hurt. Haha, what a fun match. If I remember this loser, we just have to hold back and punish. He's going to do this kick that flies across the screen and we just have to punish it. Yeah, see that. So, yeah, that's what we do. You do have to get into character-specific strategies to beat the computer in this game, unfortunately. There we go. Not bad. Yeah, Karate Kenji is pretty chill about losing. Like, he's a total douchebag at first, but when you beat him, he's just like, oh, okay, you got me. Oppenheimer is one of the few characters that has a special that's easily punishable. A lot of the times you just get left so far back that you can't really punish the stuff because of pushback and like the user's pushback. He could just stand back there and spam Fireball, but fortunately he's not smart enough to do that. And he never throws. I don't know if this character doesn't have a throw or if he's just not programmed correctly. There we go. Yeah, he's like, oh, it's okay, I lost, no big deal. I guess you could say Oppenheimer's on the ropes. If I should be given another chance, I would do by all means. This guy's really annoying because he's got 50-50s. And most of the time he stun locks you into him. So he'll just like stun lock you high and then hit you with a low so that you can't dodge. Not to mention insane range. That low spin on the ground attack I'm pretty sure is completely safe. And if you jump kick it, you trade. So he usually ends up on top. Yeah, see, it trades. He also has a huge anti-air, which he'll probably start using in the next round. You can actually change color palettes when you select the character, and one of them is just straight up Ken, like it's a red outfit, a red gi. Yeah, see, there it is. It's unblockable. Also, the announcer says it like Glorio, but his name is really Golrio, so the announcer is at least very enthusiastic about his job. Everybody else is kind of an idiot. At least that can be blocked standing. If it had to be blocked low, that would be a nightmare. Yeah, so he punished me for trying to punish his move. Great. What system was Eye of Typhoon on? I've never actually played it. I've only heard about it because I know it's kind of hard to get a hold of. Kim Hoon! Glorio! He's so excited. .3DO and PC, that's right. Some guys were talking about it in the Daraku Tenshi Discord a couple years back. That's the only way I know it exists. This game wouldn't be half as bad if the moves just worked 100% of the time. It's almost like you do the motion and then hold the button. You don't really press it, you just hold it. Maybe that's the secret. Which is stupid, but if it works. And then it could just fail me completely. What is the AES? Amiga Entertainment System? A lot of the animations in this are like 2 sprites, which is fantastic. It's so dumb. I hold back, but he tries to do like a roll, so I end up getting hit by it. Got him. That's certainly an interesting take on the Hipatsun Fuken from Street Fighter. It could be. That could be the case. I'm having a lot more success with like quarter circle forward and then hold the button rather than quarter circle forward, press the button. And I don't know if it's just like a mental thing, like I'm just timing it better or what, but it's not intuitive at all. This guy's a big pain. Sun catcher! So that attack reaches the length of the full screen. It's an anti-air because he goes up and across, but it can also hit you as he falls down. So it's completely fair. Oh, the home Neo Geo, yeah. Suncatcher! You can kick that out of the air, but it's dangerous because he may just hit you. Come on. Suncatcher! Suncatcher! Get kicked in the face, dude. Backgrounds are pretty ugly too. Hey, come on! So this guy has the like windmill, full body windmill like kite attack. He has a fireball. He has one of those, like, I call him a beat 'em up super, which is like where if you hit, you just sit there and do attacks for a minute or two. But you're never going to land that on a computer. And then I've never seen his special move because the computer just kills you if you try to do it. And the controls are awful too. It's like forward, down, back, back, forward. And then 2 punches, or 2 kicks. Oh, the throws. Well, you see Master TAEKWON, who has a unblockable move where he jumps up in the air and falls down on you. It tracks. It's completely safe for him, and it's unblockable. So he can just decide, oh, I'm going to do this 10 times in a row. Yeah, Fuma has that, doesn't he? That's an actual good obscure Neo Geo fighter. I like World Heroes. That's a good game. All of those games are good. Even the first one is good. Ow. See, like if the moves just work, it would be so easy to punish that, but you can't. Good. Pretty much every special move is safe except when you do it. Oof. It's also hard to tell sometimes if you got a hit or if they blocked. Ow. Dumb. Yeah, we've been trying to reach you about your car's favorite warranty. I think I read 2 comments at once. At least I can punch him. Ow. Yeah, he needed that. You know Eris likes to be contrarian, Jaime. That's why he flushed it. Parasite is a good game. I need to go back and finish it one day. I played like the first 2 or 3 hours of it and I really enjoyed it. Maybe we should play that on stream. How long is that game? Would it be feasible to beat it over like a few streams? Because it looks like Resident Evil, but it's an RPG, so it might take longer. Tricking the computer into waking up into projectiles is a top tier strat in this game. Let's go. Oh, did you see him walk right into that kick? What was he doing? And the scary thing is we could very easily lose this in a matter of seconds. Yeah, there's one. Got him. I would think it would take about 3 full streams to do Parasite Eve, 4 if you go for the true ending, which is New Game Plus only. So what that tells me is now I have to beat the game and then play it again on stream after I already know what to do, which might be the better option anyway. Yeah, the taunt is just like, hey, please come punch me in the face. Oh, look at this totally original minigame here. I wish I knew how to activate the turbo on my controller so I could just power through this for no purpose. They couldn't even bother to create animations for all the characters. They just switch you to Hanbei Doll when you do that game. It's so lame. Oh, it's the mirror match. Kim Hoon is from Mexico for some reason, despite having a very Korean name and being Hanbei Doll's rival. I'm trying to remember how I beat this guy earlier. I think just with jump kicks. Because he's going to try to hard kick you, but it just leaves him wide open. And then the Shidocopter or whatever it is, you just kick him out of the air. Yeah, now I want to play Parasite Eve because it was fun when I played it. I played it in college for the first time. It was old when I played it, but I really enjoyed it and just was busy with school and never finished it. But it was good. That's another move you have, but it's so hard to get it to activate, I don't bother with it. We used to slide a spoon back and forth to mash on Mario Party. Yeah, that's I got a buddy that's a really big Metal Gear fan, and that's how he beat the section at the end where Solidus chokes you. He just took a spoon and like, it was either that or he went out and actually bought a turbo controller. Nick Commando! Hopefully he's not going commando. This guy's annoying, but he's not near as tough as like the bosses. He looks like Rick from Splatterhouse, except wearing army fatigues. Karate Kenji has a move similar to that, which is not quite as bad as Nick Commando's, actually. Kyle plus Rick equal our army character. Yeah, look at his stage. It's the exact same. It's the same stage. We're making good time on this, much faster than I thought I would. So that light punch just sends him flying back, so you don't have any time for a combo. But it's like your hard kick will sometimes combo on its own, just by the type of move it is. We'll figure this loser out. Oh, I got a stun. There are actually throws, but I don't remember what they are. You probably just walk up and high punch or something. Oh, he took his mask off. That's no fun. Speaking of breaking, we need to play Breaker's Revenge. That would be a fun game. That's an actual good game. Obscure, but good. Oh, come on! There's literally nothing you could do because if you get up, he's just going to anti-air you. Thanks, special moves. The guy in the middle is the one I'm worried about. He's probably harder than Karate Kenji, actually. Nick going commando! There's no way out of this. Nice. Yeah, you see how much extra damage that did? I think there's some sort of counter hit system with the special moves. Which admittedly is a pretty neat idea. It's just a shame the rest of the game is such garbage. Like, I think that's a pretty cool idea. Like, it's kind of Tekken-like almost. Like, you counter a move with a special move, you get bonus damage. I like that idea, but... Got him. Magic Dunker, you can kind of cheat a little bit, because if you can push him into the corner, he'll inevitably try to do his like dunk fireball, and so you can just jump over him and hop kick him. That's what we'll do to beat him. But Master Taekwon is a problem altogether. Hanbei Doll is not too bad, at least from what I remember. He pretty much just has your moves with a few exceptions. Jiho shot. And I think we get to do a bonus stage next too. Ow. Yeah, did you see that the little handstand kick I did for a split second before I got countered? That's one of Kim Hoon's other special moves. It's done with a punch button, strangely enough, but it is one of his other moves. I hate beat 'em up supers. I hate them. They're so annoying. Says the guy that plays Urian in Duraku Tenchi. Come on, Hanbei doll. Yeah, pretty much all of this is stolen from like KOF and World Heroes and better games. Street Fighter. Can't punish it. Got him. Hello, police. There's two guys fighting under the bridge at the park. That's a tough call because they're all really cool. I main Urian just because, like, gameplay, really simple game plan, good strong character. I think Trigger is really cool because I like the crazy mad gun assassin, and I like how he's just like all slouched over in combat. Like he just doesn't care, but he's still really dangerous. Even though he has this like posture that his mom probably got onto him about. I think Haiji is really cool as well. I like Haiji. Haiji's story is very interesting. It's a shame the game story didn't get finished. Jump, idiot. There we go. 19, not bad. Carlos is cool. Guys with big swords that never take their left hand out of their jacket. That's pretty cool, right? I really like Lapis's design. I wish she had been made playable. She had a really neat design. She was like Whip before there was Whip in KOF. Yeah, when he goes up to do that move, if you're spaced the wrong way, you can't duck it and block because the game won't let you. It literally will not let you block it. There we go. This Harlem Globetrotter reject here. Lay up kick. I went for his fireball, he decided to taunt, so we got hit. No, I think this guy is like Cuban or something. I don't think this guy is American. Definitely not. When I think of American martial artists, basketball players are usually the first things I think of, right? I mean, there's probably a really sick joke you can make about fist fighting violence in the NBA in America, but we just won't go there. One of a great American martial artists, I think like Chuck Norris or something, not Lucky Glauber. Oh yeah, whatever. This game is just nothing but frame traps. That's the whole game, is frame traps. Everyone else is cool, pun intended. Absolutely, pun intended. I don't like Taro. Taro is kind of boring. He's just like, oh, generic strong monster man. Maybe if he had had a story like was intended, he would have been better. Rushio Roche would be okay if he spoke, but the whole not speaking thing just comes off as kind of lazy because there's no like story in the game. Like if there was some story to like give some, like why does this character never talk, why is he that way, then it would be okay, but it just isn't there, so it's not okay. Oh, whatever. Foot went right through him. There's also some weird corner pushback physics in this. Whatever. You can just like block a special move into a throw before you get a chance to hit him. And the dumb thing is, a lot of his moves are easily reactable, but because of that whole, like, as soon as the enemy is attacking, you can't do anything other than block or get hit. You can't do anything. What's your favorite fighting game story? Gosh. I'm really invested in the Mortal Kombat one, but I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite. It's the one I know the best. Tekken is my favorite fighting game, and the story is a big part of it. Not even because it's a good story, just because it was kind of interesting to... There was a lot of anticipation. Because the way fighting game stories used to work before they had like self-contained story modes, you just had to beat the game with all the characters and then wait till the next game to see whose ending was canon. So there was a lot of anticipation, and Tekken was really good about following that model. Yeah, like, why can't I jump and punish him? Why am I forced to just block it? Such a bad design decision. Yep, see, couldn't do anything about it. Couldn't do a thing about it. He could just decide, I'm going to do this at the right angle. Got him. Okay, everyone just gets them all in. I dislike Taro and Roche because they feel like a blend of characters from the game. Onigawara feels a bit, I think that was supposed to be bland, but he has some noticeable personality which makes him cool. Again, like, all of the characters in Daraku Tenshi are extremely cool, and they would be a lot cooler if the story had been implemented, because there's obviously something there, but we don't get to see what it is. Yeah, that's unblockable. That full screen throw, you can't block that. And that drop, can't block that. It holds you in place so that you can't jump away from it. He also has an air throw because he needed that. Well, sometimes they would trick you. Like Jin Kazama's ending in Tekken 5. I was like, okay, finally, Jin is not the canonical winner. There's no way that this happens. I really thought Kazuya was the canonical winner of 5 for the longest time, until the information about 6 started to come out, and it was like Jin Kazama has taken over the Zaibatsu. And I was like, whoa. And then I realized that Jin would always have a canon ending, which sucks, but whatever. I'll take that trade all day long, Master Taeguk. Well, if you saw my video the other day, all of the Tekken 1 endings are canon. At least I think they are. Michelle's is kind of debatable, I guess, but everybody else's is... Hopefully I think next week I'm going to do Tekken 2. Continue that video series. Maybe before then, because it's only Monday. Who knows what I'll get up to this week. Yeah, thanks for that. It's just like he just decides to win, so he does this tracking, homing, unblockable move. You should totally start a community with guys. I've never played it, but I'm all about obscure fighting game communities. Those are the best. Like, do you know there's a highly dedicated community of players of Sonic the Fighters? That has a community. Taunt, see what happens. Why does he have an air throw? He did not need that. Yeah, there's got to be counter hit damage. There's no way that should have killed him with one hit. Yeah, Kazuya's ending was very emotional, and like it made the most sense. It's like it kind of showed Kazuya's duality throughout the series, and like the whole like, haha, but I'm actually still evil was perfect. Because I'm stupid, I actually thought that Wang Jinrei's ending might have been canon for a little bit. Got him. We're plowing through this thing, man. I thought it would take us a lot longer to beat this. No, Sonic the Fighters is an actual game. It was released by Sega on the same hardware as Fighting Vipers and Last Bronx. TAEKWON champion, congratulations. But just one. Just one congratulation, not two. You got Stu Pickles on that trophy up there doing a karate kick. Yeah, look up Sonic the Fighters. It came out in the mid-90s. It's very much one of those early 3D fighters. Yeah, Wang Jinrei canon Tekken 5 winner. I'm down with that. Like, Jinpachi was his best friend. He should have won. And that would have made an interesting story for 6 too, but they went the way they went, so. And then Wang Jinrei's not even in 7. I really thought he was going to be in Season 4. I didn't think we'd get another crappy original character. But of course, yeah, that was fun. Isn't Cloud Strife playable in Air Guys? Seems like I read that back in the day. Earlier I beat this guy with like jump kicks, I think. Just walk back, jump kick, walk back. Rugi. Ow. The worst part about this boss is the invincibility frames on his attacks. Like when he floats up in the air, you would think, oh, I need to anti-air him. Nope. Completely invulnerable till he starts to come down. Okay, so Sonic Fighters is the VF2 engine. Maybe I should just turn this into a Tobal channel. Tobal 1 and 2. Ironically, that move where he turns like really red and big, he's vulnerable during that. Angetsu-dam! Yeah, but see, he's invulnerable till he starts to come back down in that kick. Well, that was fun. That one throw took 25% of my health. Yeah, they're adding story stuff through DLC characters that don't have story. That's one thing I don't like about Tekken 7. I hope that Tekken 8 has a much bigger budget so the story mode isn't just awful, and any inevitable DLC characters at least get some sort of tournament ending. Because there are characters in 7 that just have like no point to be there. Because they have like no connection to the story, they have no ending. Or if they do, it's like pointless, like Josie, Rizal. Like, what is the point of that character being there? And she doesn't even, I mean, she fights Kuma, for goodness sakes. Like, why can't Paul fight Kuma? I started that, believe it or not. So, way back in the day, we're talking like 2008, 2007-ish. There was this website, it used to be called the Unofficial Duraku Tenchi website. And it was run by a guy on YouTube. His username is just Duraku Tenchi. But back in the day and in forums, it used to be Thor. He's actually in the DT Discord. You can talk to him in there to this day. But he had this Duraku Tenchi unofficial website where he cataloged a bunch of stuff about the game. And that was about the time I discovered the game, and like I used his website a lot. And so I decided to make it's Envision free now, but I forget what it was before, one of the free message board services, to basically create a Duraku Tenchi forum. And it was pretty slow for a while, like nobody cared, everybody forgot about it. And I was like, okay, this is just like, who cares anymore? And so like maybe a year or two later, I just happened to think about that forum I made, and I went back to it, and there was like a whole bunch of people on it talking about Duraku Tenchi. Of course, this was way before Discord or any of that. And so I was like, oh crap, you know, maybe I should come back and manage this community. So I did. And we started doing, this was on Caliera. Tells you how long ago Fightcade wasn't a thing, just playing like Caliera main. We would do Duraku Fridays where we would just all get together and play Duraku Tenchi over Caliera. You know, huge input lag, lots of bad connections, latency, desyncs all the time. But we had a lot of good fun, a lot of good time playing. And then eventually Clear Sky created the Duraku Tenchi Discord. And so we pretty much just all talk on there now. I want to say I played this game with some of those guys. Because if you like Duraku Tenchi, you're probably into some obscure fighters. So we would just get on there and play whatever obscure game. Like we used to play Dan Kuga. Of course, that's a really good game. Dan Kuga, we used to play Children of the Atom. It's a lot of obscure stuff. Yeah, I miss Bruce too. Bruce was a lot of fun. I really liked his strings. He had fun strings. I used to like that big bazooka kick he had. That was a fun move. Angetsudan! Angetsudan! Okay, so I've said on here before how I feel about crossover characters. I don't like guest characters in fighting games because they usually don't come back. And fighting games are like legacy games, right? Like you shouldn't have to relearn a character every time you play. And so it's like, who cares if, you know, if somebody comes in because they wanted to play as Noctis, all 10 people that played Final Fantasy 15. Well, they're probably not going to pick up 8 because Noctis is probably not going to be in that game. Akuma may, just because he's in the story now. But Noctis isn't, Geese isn't. The exception to that is Smash Brothers. Because that's a party game. I'm sorry, Smash Brothers is a party game. It was meant to be a party game. Now, if you play it competitively, that's cool too. But it was meant as kind of a mix and match party game. So I think it's okay for non-Nintendo characters to be in Smash. I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. Bruce is actually one of the better characters to fight the computer with because of his strings. Because they do such high damage. If you can get a string in, the computer will usually eat it. They put the Octane from Rocket League in Smash Bros. Well, I mean, hey, if the Hornet can be in Fighters Mega Mix, then you can put Octane from Rocket League in there. It can be done. That's another game I need to play on stream is Fighters Mega Mix. Oh, come on. Fighters Mega Mix is one of those mythical games for me. Like, I remember seeing it in GamePro and seeing like how many characters it had and thinking that was the coolest thing ever, that you could be like a cut of meat and a palm tree and a race car. But I didn't own a Saturn, so. I think Pepsi Man was also in there. I didn't know there was a cow in Fighter's Destiny. I've only played that one time. I haven't played Fighter's Destiny, but like 1 or 2 times. Oh, 100%. The computer cheats hardcore in this. In fact, we'll play as Karate Kenji after we beat him, and we'll check it out. That throw, man, it does so much damage. No. Yeah, sometimes he just goes into this kill mode right here, and it's like there's nothing you can do. Kim Moon. If you last an entire minute, you unlock the character. Yeah, just like his special moves just come out one after the other with like no cooldown time. Why they thought this was fun, I have no idea. Have you looked up the frame data, or are you just guessing from my torment? Because I would believe it. He's no the general, but he's definitely one of the more annoying bosses. Definitely SNK boss syndrome. If I was gonna fix Karate Kenji, I would just give him a hurt box for most of his moves, so that he could be countered out of them. Special move wouldn't work. I do, because go to the general and save some time. I do think the story matters, because you need casual players to become hardcore players, so there's really no competitive scene without somebody who looked at the game first and said, hey, that character looks kind of cool, I want to play as him. So I think it matters. I don't think it matters as much to like a Square RPG, but I definitely think it matters. I mean, look at Virtua Fighter. Why is it not taken off? No story. That may not be the only reason, but I definitely think it hurts him. Hitbox on that is insane. You just have no time to even do anything because he attacks so fast. Watch him double throw. %50 of my health gone before I even had a chance to touch the joystick. That's great. Because they pushed Akira and not Wolf. Akira is like the protagonist character, right? A lot of the times the protagonist character is the most boring one. See Ryu from Street Fighter. Make R. Mika the protagonist of Street Fighter. Sagat would be an interesting protagonist for Street Fighter. I thought Dural was supposed to be like what's the lady? Is it Sarah Bryant? I thought Dural was like a robot version of her mom or something. The last time I checked up on my Virtua Fighter lore, just completely negated my fireball. No way out. Oh, it was Kage's mom. Okay. Basically, to get Virtua Fighter story, you have to go like non-games. Like, there's no story material in the games. You have to like... I don't know what there is. Maybe there's like a Virtua Fighter comic book or something. I don't know. There is a Virtua Fighter wiki, so you could check that. No! Oh yeah, Gon is my favorite fighting game character of all time. Gon for Tekken 8. Oh, pff, I hit him first. Hot Shots Golf, the fighting. Hot Shots Golf tournament fighter. Alright, chat. Help me come up with tournament fighters for games and media that should not have a tournament fighter made about it. So stupid. And he cross-ups too. How about Beetle Adventure Racing tournament fighters? Stop. Look at this cringe. Does the pachinko machine have like story interludes and stuff? Reading Rainbow tournament fighters. Like the intro cutscene is LeVar Burton explaining why he created the Reading Rainbow Zaibatsu, and at the end he just points at the camera and is like, but don't take my word for it, and then the title screen comes in, it's like Reading Rainbow tournament fighters. How about Microsoft Office tournament fighters? Nightmare on Elm Street versus Tron. That's just the plot of Kingdom Hearts. That's all that is. Alright, we need a new strat. Rugi-ha! My kick just went right through him. He has no hitbox. I didn't know this, but there are some unused story cutscenes from Tekken 7 in the latest Tekken pachinko machine. Like there's a cutscene, a CGI cutscene with Lee and Lars and Elisa invading the Mishima Zaibatsu. It's pretty neat. How about Yu-Gi-Oh versus Pokemon tournament fighters? McDonald's fighting game. McDonald's versus Wendy's. Clash of Champions. The Burger Wars. Please stop. I just want to play. That's all I would like is a chance to play. Roller Coaster Tycoon tournament fighters. Shit, oh, That move is so dumb. Like half the time you can punish it and half the time you can't. Sometimes you can block the red pants stomp, sometimes you can block it high, and sometimes you have to block it low. There's no indicator, it just is. The cross-ups! Forgotten mascots, tournament fighters. I remember renting Bubsy as a game as a kid and just thinking I was bad at the game, and then years later I realized everybody hated that game, so it wasn't just me. I think it's not just me, but as a kid you have a tendency to think it's your fault instead of the game's fault, and then later when you're older you play some of those games again and you realize, oh, this is really bad. Hamburglar is top tier. Yeah, Ronald is really weak to be the protagonist. He's super weak. Like, he has no Okazeme whatsoever. He's got nothing to threaten you with other than the Run Roo 50-50. That's all he has. I think it's either Hamburglar or Wendy is top tier. Because Wendy has the dive bomb special that controls space really well. But Burger Ring is just such a good move for Hamburglar. It's hard to argue against Hamburglar being top. At least we got the trade. Jump, idiot. A guy I'm sure you know that lived in my neighborhood beat Bubsy on a rental from the place by Walmart. I like Grimace because he's a grappler. I think Grimace would be a grappler in the McDonald's fighting game. I think Wendy from Wendy's would be a guest character, like DLC. You have to pre-order to play as Wendy. So how's that guy that beat Bubsy doing? Like, did he ever regain his sight, or is he still like, maybe it's a parenting issue? Yeah, I wasn't really breaching, like, I could definitely see that being a parenting thing, but I think it was more so the fact that you just assumed a game was good, I guess. Or at least I did. Maybe everybody didn't have that mentality. But I just, because like the first games I ever played was stuff like Zelda, Mario Brothers, Alpha Mission for some reason. I was like, oh, all games are fun and good and nice, and they couldn't possibly be bad and unbalanced. I didn't know anybody did MMA down there. Alright, just work him towards the corner. That's bad. His specials do stupid damage. Yeah, that's very true. It's like your parents, you know, when you're a kid, you just assume your parents are always right until you get a little bit older and you're like, oh, my parents are flawed people just like I am, and so they made mistakes too. Well, this run's over. stupid move. The hitbox is like this big on that thing. As a parent, that's a difficult balance to strike, like with my kid. Making her see, like, you need this good balance between, like, responsibility, which is extremely important, especially in today's world, versus, like, forgiveness and mercy and grace and that type of stuff. And you have to pick and choose your battles. That's one thing when people give parenting advice, they always say, oh, pick your battles. And that's true. Like, they're going to do stuff they shouldn't do, but not every single one of them is worth blowing up over. I'm a brown belt, not a black belt. I wish I had gotten my black belt. But I was brown by the time I left college, and there's nowhere around here that does that style without me driving like an hour and a half, so. But I'm a brown belt in Ishinru. That move is so dumb. Like, I just want to get away from him, but you can't because he's just constantly charging in. You're braver than me with the MMA. Yeah, you're right. You can't have all negative feedback. Like, I'm kind of learning the lesson that a lot of the times encouraging my kid when she does right versus punishing her when she does bad. Like, the positive reinforcement goes a lot further. Like, don't get me wrong, the discipline is absolutely necessary, but it seems like the positive reinforcement brings out more positive behavior. So, look at that. Look at that. I had nearly half health, and it's just gone. Probably because the game knew I was winning, so it just killed me. Oh, this round is done, my man. We're having a little more success. I think I'm getting into a rhythm of it. The trick is to get him so that he tries to do his little punch combo and you can jump kick over it and punish him. That's the trick. But if you ever get caught in his like aggression cycle, you're screwed. I'm also finding that you need to delay your kick on the way down to make sure that his hitbox shows up. See, like, this is dumb. There's no way to get out of that. That move is his standing hard punch, by the way. That's just a move. Got him. Come on. There's definitely some input reading going on, so I've got to figure out what to press when to trick the computer. Oh, I got stunned. Because this game needed stun mechanics. Kim Hoo! That move is really the... If he didn't have that move, this would be doable. But just... I mean, it's... He stunned me. Get out of the stun! Lee Chaolun and Kunimitsu. It's my two favorite ones. I like Alex. I like Ogre. Those are other fun characters that I like. Pretty much all the characters that the development staff hates are my favorite. With the exception of Lee. I think they like Lee, but... It's like, oh, you're going to block all my attacks? Here's an unbreakable throw. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. Believe in the heart of the cards. Sure worked for Yugimoto. Angetsudan. Angetsu broke. That move. Oh, BS, I hit him. Yeah, look, Yugi just dumped everything into luck. Like, he's too young to be a competent player. He just dumped all his stats into luck. And then the Pharaoh does all the work anyway, so... Got him. I need to try to do more fireballs because those tend to help. Because it forces him to block so you get a moment to breathe and try to set up a trap. Or he could just, you know, instantly jump over him. No, Kim Hoon. Oh, the Reiki Dick. Stop. Jump! Did you guys see that? What's your favorite recurring actions in a game series, e.g. John Torque stashing people like Sid Burn in his trunk? Oh, that's a good one. I do love a good recurring joke in a series. I would have to really think about that. Got him. I do like the Mishimas throwing people off cliffs because it's just an inside joke at this point. That's such an oddly specific question. You really have to think about that one because I'm sure there's one that's funnier out there. I just can't think of it. Oh, that hit. Whatever. Oh no. Get me out of the corner. That stupid stomp. The one from the Dragon Saber series where the character stands on a cliff and gets struck by lightning to turn into a dragon is pretty cool. Oogie-ha! You guys see that double razor kick, whatever that is, into backdrop? Great. I like Toasty from Mortal Kombat. I think that's really cool. Toasty! I can't even do it anymore. Yeah, this is the run. This is it. Or I could just end up in the corner again and get smashed. and stunned. Well, I might as well just go get a drink when that happens, because go sit down, watch some TV, make some coffee, play through Final Fantasy IX, come back, still in the corner. I will never change my mind that that aerial attack should be punishable on reaction. So dumb. He just instantly reacts to what you're going to do. They almost did. No, he is he's just regular motion. He's a motion character. He's not charge. He's not playable unless you use hacks, but he is fully controllable with hacks. I don't know if this game has any charge characters. Maybe it does. Like, why does that have so much range in the air? He has like a standing anti-air, but good luck getting it consistently. I'm not even sure how you do it. And even if you did, it wouldn't be consistent enough because the inputs are so borked in this. Like, half the time you press quarter circle forward and punch and just nothing happens and the computer just punishes you. Yeah, nice trade, Kim Hoon. Yeah, if only it was that easy, Demon Flip. What do you think this is? A good game? Even if you did, he has so many iframes, it probably just would go right through him. I mean, he has... Can't even get it to activate. He has kind of a... But I can't even get it to work. That's how dumb this is. His quarter circle back and punch is kind of like an anti-air move, but it hardly ever works. I thought this game is amazing. Oh, it is. It's good. I asked for it for Christmas. Cats asked for it by name. I mean, he just works you to the corner and then that's it. So stupid. He just chains special moves together. Yeah, the best thing about this game, the jokes. Hey, go! All of his moves are better than mine. I think I would have a better chance against Omega Tom Hanks than I would this guy. And it's just because of the rush down. Like, see? Into the corner, that's it. Half the time his hitbox doesn't work. Got it. See, this is about where you want to be, so you can punish most of his aerial stuff. I believe there is a Karate Kenji Mugen character, so you could probably make it happen. Only charge characters. The darkest timeline. I'll take that taunt. And here it goes. That move is so dumb. Not as dumb as Karate Kenji. My money's on Kenji. I would still rather fight Karate Kenji than Magaki from the one with the pink Pepto-Bismol bubbles from the old KOF game. Still a better boss than Magaki. Oh gosh, no! All charge, all the time. At least we traded. Fireball went right through him. Punish that. Punish that. Punish that. Punish that. No, 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 no. Yeah. Ah! Ooh. Resurrection! It would be funny if the announcer said it like that. Can any of you guys read Korean to tell me what any of this says? It's one of those fighters where you just get an ending for everybody at once instead of the character you picked. Which is admittedly not as exciting, but it's very important to maintain the canon of Fight Fever. I'm not even sure which character is which there. Except for Golryo, like punching a bulldozer. Hey, thanks Review Fox for the 5 victory shekels. We'll put it in the Stop Karate Kenji fund. I like that Master Taeguk just like retires and goes and rides roller coasters. And there's Magic Dunker with his gunk truck. Now I have epilepsy. I would agree. There'll be an essay about it later, about how this is the best game ever. So as promised, let's check out old Karate Kenji. According to this, he has 4 special moves. I think we'll start as Kim Hoon, but round 2 we should turn into Karate Kenji if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're gonna be Kim for the first round, but we'll change in just a second. It's still an easier fight than Karate Kenji. It's not as fun as you make it look. Yeah, it's not. Hey, it's okay, Wizard. Good to have you here. Glad you're back. Oh yeah, now we're the man himself. And see, he can actually punish some of this stuff with his projectile. Computer's just gonna run up and throw me, of course. Yeah, this, oh my gosh. And Miyuki is so strong, we can't even, there we go. That's just his standing high punch, just goes across the screen. Yeah, that is the fun of it. Fun fact, I wrote the, like if you go to the main cheat database and you look at the code to play as Carlos and Trigger, I wrote that. I wrote and submitted that code years ago. I'm pretty sure somebody ported it to modern cheat format, but I wrote it under the original format. The new MAME is not very friendly to the amateur cheat hacker, in my opinion. Hanbedo! Alright, here's Karate Kenji. Let's see what we got. That move alone is probably really good. He's got a... Okay, that's like a full half circle. We're probably just going to have to cheese our way past Miyuki because she's too dangerous. There we go. Yeah, that's so good, and that's one button. MAME is probably the best for playing unplayables because most of the hard work has been done. I need a little more improvement in my skill. Alright, let's... We could probably just straight up outframe Ropenheimer. He's probably like the worst character if I had to guess. Because everybody else just has so many safe specials and he has nothing. Assuming this is the same in two-player mode, it may not be. I have played Rumblefish, yeah. I played Rumblefish 1 and Rumblefish 2. They were okay. Unfortunately, there's not really a scene of that I'm aware of. Yeah, if you wanted any evidence that the computer was reading your inputs, look how he moves when I press buttons. And he just does like that quick flash. Definitely cheating. I'm the king of King Kenji, challenge you again. If I should be given another chance, I would by all means. Kenji does do accurate karate. We did learn techniques like the punch with 5 hands at once, the float up in the air and throw fireball along the ground. That's on the brown belt test. Yeah, this guy just makes short work of Goryeo. I like how that you win the tournament and at the end Karate Kenji's just like, hey, you're a chump, I challenge you. Like, you just won the whole tournament. Just tell this guy to buzz off. Like, why didn't he join the tournament if he was so good? Really, all you need is this standing fierce punch. It's It's so good. It trades with that. I mean, look at that. Just it anti-airs. It's so good. Yeah, this is much easier, guys. I don't know what we were on about. This is much easier. I should just pick this guy. He's got forward, back forward A. What is this? You defeated me, did not you? Oh my. Karate loser. Versus needs a haircut. Forward, back, forward A is something. What is that? Oh, that's the... Like, why do his moves work so well, but the characters you can play as, their moves don't work? Like, this comes out every single time I do it. The Hulk charge up. Yeah, what is that the Reki Ryu wave? Was it quarter circle back B? See, that would have been... Yeah, it is. That's quarter... Okay. And you can hold it, too, I think. Yeah, you can immediately do it, or you can hold it. Sun catcher. I still think the pants stomp is his best move. The big balls, as Adam calls it. There we go. Oh no. And Karate Kenji can actually punish stuff, which is nice. As a Tekken person, that's nice to be able to punish stuff. Not to my knowledge. There may be now, I don't know. We'll Google that. I know a lot of people think that that's like the best one of the 3D era. You must be asking because you watched Ketchup and Mustard's video on it a few days ago. Even a monkey sometimes falls from a tree. This man's spitting facts. How do I shot? How does my turbo work? Turbo. I don't know if this will work. We'll try it. Yeah, turbo, and then I would assume... Alright, let's see if that works. Hint, it doesn't. That's no good. Versus doo-doo. What is that? It's forward, back, forward, eh? I know that D and A, GA. Deadly Alliance did not. Deception did, but I mean it was bad back in the day. Probably be better off using like some sort of online on the PlayStation 2 emulator. See, growing up, we played a lot of Deception, but I never knew anybody who had a network adapter for their PS2 and GameSpy, so never got to play it. Yeah, this Change out games. Like, one can only play so much Fight Fever. It's bad for your health. It's not good for you. Play too much Fight Fever. Gotta play something, no, not that. I don't know. I kind of want to attempt some more Tekken 2. See if we can do any better. Tekken 2 is always a crowd pleaser. You were talking about Bruce earlier. Now I want to play some Bruce. Cosby Core, are you still here? Do you remember that time Bruce beat King? That was sick. Yeah, here we go. Let's play some arcade Tekken 2, the worst one. I'm gonna get Bruce's move list too. Mario Party versus Crash Bash. Alright, let me get Bruce and look at some of these strings. Because Bruce was fun. I remember the computer being fairly easy to beat as Bruce. I gotta remember. I know he's got some really quick stuff, like 1, 2. See, that's really good. He's got... That's... Get up. Got the foot bazooka, which is awesome. Just some quick punishers, which I like. Slice kick. What else we got? Bazooka kick. Down 4, 3, 1, which is nice. Yes, he is. He is playable. We'll play as him next if you'd like. What is the really big nasty... I think it was back 4, 3, 4. Was really good. Yeah, that move. You can somewhat abuse the computer with that, if I remember right. Oh, look, Cosby Core, it's your favorite matchup. Oh, pfft. King gonna get that comeback victory. Because, yeah, you can punish some stuff with that, so that makes it a decent move. It does a lot of damage. We'll try it again. Take that, King. Devil and Angel are in arcade Tekken 2, but Angel didn't get a profile picture until the home version. I've been launched. Back 2 plus 3 as an unblockable. Let's just see what it is. If it stopped kicking me, I just want to see the move, Heihachi. No. Goodness, I hope not. I really hope Bruce comes back. I hope, or maybe if they could exist together but make Josie a character that isn't awful. Does Bruce have a launch? It's not a natural combo. The good Heihachi. You mean the one voiced by Daisuke Gori, aka Harry Ness from Daraku? And Hercule / Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball? Oh, is his standing 4 a mid? Do 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 do. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's nasty. I love it. I want to play Bruce now. Put Bruce in Tekken 7. He's got those long legs for decent whiff punishes. Forward neutral. 3+4. Get comboed, Yoshimitsu. Oh, it's so good. Get up, get up. Yeah, that retcon of Heihachi's morality was really dumb. That's like Mortal Kombat Aftermath Sindel retcon dumb. Thanks, Murray, for Demo Man. I think that broke everybody's heart once they actually played Falcom. I need to invest in some Switch streaming hardware so I can stream some high-level Kazuya gameplay when he comes out. I think it's tomorrow, actually. As soon as I saw him duck, I knew that was over. Ah! I've always liked Bruce. I've never played him seriously, but I've always liked him. From what I understand, he was kind of low tier in 5 and 6. At least according to Main Man Sui. Yeah, but Jin's argument was he had to awaken Azazel to destroy him once and for all, right? He has to save everyone by killing everyone. I think I just need to whiff punish to win this one. Stop. Salt Man Sui. Hope you're all doing salty as always. Main Man says some dumb things from time to time, but I tend to enjoy his content. He's alright. Main Man occupies kind of a weird space. Of the non-tournament yet professional kinda players, he's definitely at the top, I think. You can almost see Main Man as a voice for the common Tekken player. Like, it's so easy to look at some of his opinions and be like, oh, you know, he's just being a scrub. And it's like, well, no. He's kind of speaking on the level of the common advanced Tekken player. Not everybody can be JDCR and E, and that's okay. So naturally there's going to be stuff that the average player finds cheap that a tournament player doesn't. And it's okay to think that. Aha! Oh, Law has figured out the strat. Oh, no, no, no! At least I didn't get hit by the unblockable. Azazel is like trapped in Zafina's arm for some dumb reason, which was like a key story event that they decided to attach to a DLC character without a story. Thanks, Namco. Just save that crap for Tekken 8. Mooskie's right. Mooski, hey Mooski, how you doing? And he's completely right. Tekken is a cheap game. It's what makes it fun, but it's also what makes it nerve-wracking. No, I'm not necessarily saying they play lame. I'm just saying what's important to a tournament player is not the same as what's important to 99% of the people that play the game. Obviously the goal is to become the level that, yeah, that it doesn't bother you because you're a tournament player. But most people aren't going to get there, sadly. And that's okay. Should just take yourself as far as you can and look to improve yourself and not worry about what Knee's doing. And if one day you find yourself facing him on a stage, well, hey, you've done pretty good. Heihachi is going to be a flashback character like Kazumi. That's what they're going to do. There's going to be some big plot point in the fight between Kazuya and Jin involving Heihachi and something he did. And so he's going to be like a background character. T-pose is Chad move. How can he just backstep that? Is that... Mooski, don't you put that evil on Tekken. Tekken deserves better than that. I tell you what, you can have Akuma if Noctis for sure doesn't come back. How about that? What, like everybody thought it was going to be Kagemaru instead of Kunimitsu? And Harada was like, I thought this was pretty obvious who this was, but some people... Stop trying to throw me. Doo-doo. Okay, that's not a mid. I mean, you could kind of see Kazuya surviving the lava because he had the devil gene, but I just don't see Heihachiing his way out of it. He might. They might do it. Those Bandai Namco folks love Heihachi. Law, I swear. Yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Iori maybe. Captain Falcon, nah. He's too Smash Brothers-y. Lee has that same throw. Forward 1, 2, 1. Oh, that's a nice Punisher. We need to do that. It's forward 1, 2, 1. The last hit's mid, so that's nice. Get interrupted, Law. Not the character you ever want to fight on a stage beyond 6, Lei Wulong. Unless he does something dumb like that and you just kill him. Yeah, Negan is going to be the owner of the Mishima Zaibatsu in the next game. Get punished, Lei. Easy. Yeah, you raise a good point, Felipe. What's lava got to do with it? Don't copyright strike me, Fat Joe. Oh, the tackle. Ow. Yeah, Bruce's whiff punishing is just so good. That's what you really need to beat the computer in this game, is decent whiff punishers. Or something insane like mid-mid launching twin pistons. But hey. But I mean, when you can just duck out of the way and then do that for like a quarter health, my gosh. His launcher is really slow though. So he's just like, dead. Just the power of hatred and being old and spiteful keeps him alive. I want to say he catches a bullet in his teeth in like Tekken 6 or something like that. Oh, here we go. Oh, you throw. A lot of people thought Jinpachi would be DLC in 7, but it just never happened. Punishment. That was fun. He was a boss character, but yeah, he was like a boss character, Mishima. And in Tag 2, he was playable and he was a Mishima. Probably the best one, honestly. But I mean when you used to be a boss. In 5, he had a stun that was unblockable that would stun you for something like 400 frames or something crazy like that. It was really annoying. It's really annoying the way you have to block that. So away we go. That was a dumb match. Paying attention, got thrown in the opening. Whoa. If he would ever do that when I was closer, I could punish that. Or I could just get hit by it, either one. That's like 5 lasers in 1 minute. He did it again! Heihachi adopted Lee basically to make Kazuya jealous so he would fight better. Because Lee was shown to be a decent fighter pre-Tekken 1. Kazuya, if I remember correctly, Kazuya was never as good as business at Lee, but Lee was better at business, but he wasn't as good at fighting, even though he was a decent fighter. So Heihachi sent Lee to America to study business, which is why he has some of martial law's moves and Paul's moves in the early Tekken games. I still think she's dead, and Harada's just trying to get people to hold out hope. But I mean, he controls the Tekken canon, so if he wants to say she's still alive, I guess she's still alive. But I think she was originally meant to be dead. Not with Lydia, just with someone. I don't think it was necessarily Lydia. I think Lars is from Sweden, if I remember right, and Lydia is from Poland. It should have sent me flying backwards. Yeah, I believe that's supposed to be Jun's head in the opening to Tekken 3, but Harada retconned it because of all the Jun fans. I like Jun a lot more than I do Asuka, so I mean, I'm game. We want to ditch Asuka and bring Jun back. Because Asuka does nothing for the story, whereas Jun Kazama actually does. I ducked. I want to recount. The hanging frames were messed up. Get up. Yeah, when we get to Tekken 2, it won't be quite so easy because there's a lot of videos in there that like are obviously not canon, some that I guess they could be. 1, 2, down, 3, 4. I wonder if that will help us. Or he could just interrupt every single one of my attacks. Yeah, gone would have been the first one. That's a good question. Nobody ever watches the podcast, so I kind of got like, eh. Unless I found like another video game actor or somebody that wanted to do one, I would do it. Or if Bump just calls me up and is like, hey, I want to talk about Tekken. So it's like, okay, we'll do a podcast. This is so dumb. Oh, nice hit. I just wanted a standing kick. I didn't want the forward one. Whoa. Yeah, pretty much everybody's been turned into a joke character, which is a shame. Because there are some neat characters, but... And not everybody needs to be 100% essential to the Mishima plotline either. Like, you could have some nice little side story threads going on. They just need to go somewhere. Oh, Lee is the main character now in the story. Like, if you've not seen the Tekken 7 story, he has like his own chapter and everything. I like how he just completely whiffed and I was not able to launch him. He was able to block in time. If he just didn't have throws. Tekken 1 and 2 Lee is definitely more interesting than current Lee. I enjoy a good silly flamboyant fighting game character as much as the next guy, but Morley Gray Lee was a lot more interesting. Yeah, Paul Phoenix was obviously supposed to be like one of the main characters. I think he was supposed to be like Ken, if you think about it, because he wears red. To Kazuya's evil Ryu, kind of, but Namco screwed that up. Ow. Frostlaw. Is that the one that shoots ice balls? Frostlaw. Oh, you... Look at this purple chump. Whoa. Yeah, I know, I'm just giving you a hard time. The worst thing are the throws and the attack interrupts. It just like stuffs you instantly. It's like, what's this? A move that's going to force him to play defense? Here, let me just stuff you instantly. Pretty much, yeah. Except for like maybe Tekken 4. That was probably the last time the story was serious for characters other than Mishima's and Lee and Lars. And the Williams sisters, they're kind of in the plot now. Stop throwing me. I'm gonna throw you. Maybe that's it. Maybe this is the technique that defeats Devil. I think we found something. So you just do this into block. And you just down jab after. But you gotta hit, you can't whiff, or he's gonna throw you. Twa! Did you see that? Just like, forget your laser beam. Get your laser beam out of here. It really was, and that was the first time Tekken took its story seriously, and it paid off. Stupid. There we go. I always realize what I should do like 2 frames too late, and then I can't go any further. Oh, whatever. Stupid purple man. Yeah, Julia has like an OnlyFans now or something. Don't forget to subscribe. Ow. Get up. How do you like getting interrupted? Come on, do something punishable. Mine hurts a lot more than yours, buddy. Jump, Bruce. Finally. I really liked how Kazuya's story and Jin's intertwined. You had to play both to get the full picture. Yeah, you see, they can do cool stuff like that. You just had to kind of ditch that the character that I win with wins the tournament mentality. I think most fighting game players would be willing to, for example, something bad happened to their character at the end of the arcade mode. I think most people would be okay with that in exchange for understanding the full story. That's all Devil has in this game, is throw spam. Until you play as him, in which case he's just Tekken 1 Kazuya. With laser beams, that's all he is. Yeah, I caught on to that too late too. Yeah, let's try out Devil. So he's just like Tekken 1 Kazuya. He's got all that good Mishima stuff. But this is the main thing. It's really all you need is the twin pistons. You got your, of course, your electric wind god fist. I don't know if you could do electric at this point in the series. Headphones make my ear itch. And the lasers are cool, but most of the time the computer will just kill you if you try to use it. Like, you might get away with that occasionally, but... Lei Wulong gets on the ground, you can give him a mouthful of laser. Yeah, keep laying on the ground. I messed that up, that's my fault. And see, that ending is going to be one of the ones I'm going to have a hard time with, because Heihachi probably legitimately would build a theme park of himself, and he probably would tell Xiao Yu he made one for her just to be a jerk. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I actually found one of my other Tekken Tag 1 promotional posters that I got to put up at some point. So I thought I told the story of how I got those. So again, my folks were in the industry, blah blah blah. About the time Tekken Tag 1 came out, there was a pizza place that had contracted my dad to put some games in, and so Tekken Tag 1 was one of the games that he got to put in there. And the distributor, when he brought the game, he brought us those posters just as like promotional type stuff. And so I wasn't really into Tekken. I mean, I played a little Tekken, but I wasn't just super into it at that point. Didn't own a PlayStation, so I didn't play the home releases yet. And so those, when we closed up shop, those ended up getting taken to my parents' house, and they sat out there in the garage for like, I don't know, 10, 11 years, maybe, ish. Probably not that long. Maybe like 6 or 7 years. And then my parents are cleaning out the garage. And they're like, hey, do you want these old Tekken posters? I was like, what Tekken posters? Just these old promo posters. You don't want these, do you? Yeah, I want those. You're dang right I do. So I immediately made the trip. This is probably going to kill me. Made the trip to go get those. And I've got one there. And I've got one over there that needs to be put up. Yeah, Xiao Yu should get off her behind and make her own theme park. Lazy bum. Although I'd probably still go to Heihachi Land though, like legit. I'd go to Heihachi Land. The computer just loves to lay on the ground and get hit by lasers. Oh no, I don't even want to try SNK because there's like multiple games that feed into the lore of the SNK verse, so I'm not even going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Oh no. Get up, get up, get up. I think we still win. Yeah. Yeah, probably. They're not in the best shape, so Rick would probably give like 50 cents for them if he even knows what Tekken is. There are some pretty sweet posters though. I forget which one that is. The other one I want to say has like Nina on it. I gotta go dig it out. Where did I put that poster? Kind of worried now. I want to go get it. I've started to do a video where I just like do a walkthrough of the game room and like all the weird memorabilia I have. Would anyone be interested in such a video? In my opinion, more interesting than the pieces are how I came by them. It is cool that he blocks with his wings. I think that's really neat. Yeah. I didn't realize that Kyo and Yori weren't in the arcade version of that. I always thought it was really strange that you still get the devil theme, but you're fighting out in the field against Jun Kazama. Jun is definitely a lot easier of a fight than Kazuya and Heihachi, that's for sure. A lot more punishable stuff. I'm gonna get back thrown. That's the risk with doing that attack against the computer. They're not a bum like me, they won't mess it up. Yeah, that's all of the Tekken 2 versions as far as I'm aware. You can use button input codes to play as the secret characters early. Just in case they weren't unlocked in a particular cabinet and you wanted to use your main. You know, if you were a Kunimitsu main. If having a complete moveset was too good for you and you wanted to play as one of the sub-bosses. That should not have hit me. Angel. Notice that it still says Devil despite the opponent being Angel. Devil is just a costume. They didn't do all the groundwork as a character yet. That's so stupid. I thought Mighty Number 9 was just like mediocre, not necessarily bad, but just not good either. I did not play Mighty Number 9. I believe Cosby Core that was here earlier, if I remember correctly, he was really excited about that game. The magnet hands. Arrgh. Nice. I think Angel also has no voice. Feels like almost incomplete as a character. It's almost like a concept they were working on and didn't finish in time. I don't know if there's any like moveset properties as far as like their frame data or anything. Angel looks maybe a little less chunky than Devil. Oh, that hit. This displeases Trent. So dumb that you have to do that. Stop throwing me. I'm not entertained by your throwing shenanigans. Just feel so helpless when they just come up and just throw you instantly. I need to be using that scissor flip kick as a combo ender. Devil. Ow. Let's see, what do I have? I have this. Moon jump. That's like what? It's something. I think it's up forward 3 plus. Up, no. I wonder if I could counter the laser with the laser. Like when she goes up, I just go up too and see whose hits. Come on. Perfect inputs every time. See if I knew that. It's like forward and 3 plus 4 or something like that. Okay, it's forward neutral 3 plus 4, I think is what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, good. Be an extra hit to our combos. BS. The one time I could mess that up, I do. In a game where you can't sidestep, moves track. Aha, you can punish it with that. However, the move that I was trying to do earlier and couldn't do, you do not want to try and punish it with that. Which now it appears to be all I can do. Stupid laser. No, dadgummit, Kazuya, fly. Oh my gosh. See, it's like half health, so that's nice, but... do the right move. Oh, the other day I was playing this off stream and I actually broke a throw. I submitted it to the Central Intelligence Agency so they can figure out what happened there. Can't be right. If at first you don't succeed, throw again. Oh yeah, how about that? The first hit, but then it didn't launch. So she throw me. I ducked, he didn't go down. There we go. Oh yeah, I remember you, Italiano e Giano Giorgi. I probably butchered that, but it's fun to say. Oh, we beat our Bruce time by a lot. Yeah, you see how much better Mishimas are in this game? Even Devil, who's like crappy Tekken 1 Kazuya. But all of this pales in comparison to the best Mishima in this game. Think I'm joking? Look at this. Armor King's got Electric God Fist. Back when Armor King was actually better than King. Oh yeah, he had this too. Oh, if Jack will stop being difficult. Does nearly half your health and damage. That's a neat move. It's kind of awkward. Forward 1+4. He's got this nice little down one elbow here, which I think is plus on block. Oh yeah, Armor King is so good in this. And you can kind of breeze through these earlier levels with throws. He's got a Frankensteiner, which is an easy, like, grounded hit. It's so good. You like how the AI ducked that? Decent wall rising 4. If that hits, that's like a quarter of your health gone. Dead. Yeah, Armor King was the best, especially OG Armor King. It's way cooler than King. Get launched. Yeah, that was the idea, but in these old games, Armor King still had a lot of throws too. RE1 Chris Redfield and Nina is Rebecca. Wait, what is that? Is that Scott McCullough? Is that guy's name? Oh, I almost got him with a Frankenstein. The Yoshi shenanigans. Yeah, Scott McCullough, he's unfortunately passed away now, but he was Chris Redfield. He was the narrator in Castlevania 64. He's done a lot of things. Armor King. Got him. Yeah, it's like all those old classic PS1 blocky type games like this. He played in all of those. Gosh, it does so much damage in this game. And I love every bit of it. Perfect. Nice. It's like the best win pose ever. He's just like, I don't know. It's like, Armor King, how did that guy's neck get broken? I don't know. Dead. Good old wild dog. Gotta watch the stage 8 king. He's liable to do the octopus hold on me, which is an instant KO. Oh no. One good thing about the Frankensteiner is even if the CPU tends to like to duck it for whatever reason so they don't get thrown, but in the process they take the little bit of chip damage from being hit by it. So that's always nice. However, getting hit by that is not. That's not good. I read something one time, I don't think it's canon, about why Armor King is called Armor King. Is because Armor King, before he was Armor King, he just happened to have a mask like King, and he also wore armor. And when he was at the orphanage, like looking to fight King one day, one of the orphans in the church or whatever was like, you know, you're like King but with armor, and so it just stuck, and so he became Armor King. Was that Daisuke Gori? Don't tackle me. Got him. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Yeah, if you ever get bored, go on over to GameFAQs and look at the older Tekkens, and there's a document called like Historicum Tekkenus. It's very old and outdated at this point, but it's still an interesting read if you're interested in Tekken lore. But there's also some like baseless stuff in there that's like there's a recorded scene in there where like Kazuya is gonna kill Lee, and Armor King walks up and is like, hey, why don't you try that with me? And Kazuya is like, I don't need to fight Armor King right now. I think Kazuya could probably take Armor King even around the time of Tekken 1. Although, interestingly, King did win 3rd place in the first Tekken canonically, so maybe Kazuya didn't want to tangle with Armor King right then. I had to hit him like 16 times there at the end, but we finally got him. I could have swore Daisuke Gori did Heihachi like the modern era, like Tekken 4 and 5 before his death. I want to say Armor King's wave dash reaches further and is maybe a little safer. You have to check the wiki. It's on there. I think it may actually be Paul Phoenix, but I'm not sure. Because Paul and Kazuya never got to fight because something stupid happened. I don't remember what it was. I would rather watch that anime Tekken movie than I would the live action ones any day, because those live action ones are terrible. They're just trash. Especially they made a second one called Kazuya's Revenge that has like nothing to do with Tekken. Oh yeah, great. Run up and throw me. Thanks a lot. I could probably do a review of that. I'm just so skittish of using like actual clips from media to review, because it's a small fry channel. I don't know, like there's a lot of like fair use laws about like if you want to review or critique this, you can use footage to like make your point. But the YouTube copyright algorithm is a train wreck and a half, so it's very possible it's just like, oh, you stole all this, sorry. Here's a copyright strike and your whole channel taken down. I mean, I don't care. Steve sucks anyway. He's annoying. Hey, wanna try me, Gov? His throws are beat up specials, and you know how I feel about beat up moves. Moves where like you get thrown and it's just like the person beating you up 5 or 6 times. I don't like beat up throws, they're annoying. My hatred goes all the way back to Street Fighter 2 Zangief, and then I think E Honda had one as well. It's especially worse when you can tap a button to get more damage because you knew the computer was cheating and like pressing the button every single frame or something like that. You ain't got a reason? Well, I do. Tekken 4 voice acting was a weird mixed bag. Oh, he just throws after everything. So stupid. What do you guys like? The default black armor or the blue one? The kind of more steel looking one? I was so close to back throwing with Armor King that probably would have ended the match too. Got him. And then he just threw me right back. Great. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. Yes. No. He threw me while I was ducking. I was in the middle of ducking. He threw me out of it. I feel like the black is more Armor King style, but the blue definitely suits him too. Haha, no laser for you. Look at him. He was trying to laser me. I just punched him in the face. Oh my. Hope I screwed that up. We could have had this. Fortunately, he ran right into that kick. Ugh. Ugh. Oh man. Black for spooking. The spooky for hiding in the dark, Armor King. Let's find that document right quick. Yeah, it's got like a list of all the supposed canon fights and who won. Yada yada yada. But some of the stuff, there's just no backing whatsoever. Like, I'll post a link to the Tekken story. He just kind of fills in the gaps, as he puts it, and some of it is good and some of it's bad. Like, he has that Michelle request to fight Kunimitsu. Like, why? Like, why would Michelle doesn't care about Kunimitsu. She doesn't even know who she is, other than that she wants to steal her treasure. But yeah, like, he has Kazuya versus Lee. Lee gets defeated and knocked unconscious as Kazuya prepares the killing blow. He is struck from behind by a hit so powerful that even his infernal enhancements are no protection. Why don't you try that with me, manling? Armor King stands before him, bristling with supernatural energy. Wow, this is pretty good writing here. Kazuya knows that even with his diabolic power, he is not yet ready to fight a being like Armor King. He must save his power for his father. I would never lower myself to fight something like you, pitiful weakling. Kazuya strides away. In the confusion, Lee disappears, as does Wang. Yeah, no. Kazuya definitely beat Lee to a pulp in Tekken 1, but he definitely was not saved by Armor King. And if Armor King was so powerful that Kazuya was afraid of him, then why did Armor King not win the tournament? Because if Kazuya was afraid of him, what, did you just like beat King and was like, that's it, my job is done, I'm out of here? Anyway, it's my bedtime. It's been a fun stream tonight. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and playing games that torture me for your amusement. Anyway, if you're not a member of the Discord, I will go ahead and create a link right now so you can hop in and join. And I'll see you guys hopefully next Monday. I'm probably going to have to take a weekend or a week off in the coming weeks. Got some stuff to deal with, but essentially, yeah, it's on actually a bunch of strategy guide websites. It was like this attempt to catalog the Tekken story. But the problem is that the guy uses a lot of just imagination to fill in the blanks. Like, he gets the overall outline right, but it's like Lee and Kazuya fighting. What happened in that fight? What dialogue was chosen? And so he writes like the little anecdotal fan fiction type stuff alongside it. But yeah, check out the link and you can go. You can check it out. It's an interesting take on the Tekken lore, but some of the stuff from what we know today is kind of eh. Anyway, guys. I will have some sort of surprise while I'm out, whether it's a guest streamer or a premiere video or something. Just keep an eye on the community tab and the Discord, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, everybody.